DeepSeek just retrained one of its models, and the results are wild. The cheap model now beats the expensive flagship agent on agent benchmarks. I have been testing this myself for the past few hours, and I want to walk you through exactly what I found for this new model. Quick context before I dive into my testing. If you want to see the full evolutionary story, we already covered the 4 DeepSeek generation from May 2025 to April 2026 in a separate video. What we did, we ran 21 identical prompts across the 4 models to track how capabilities shift over the 15-month window. And today, I'm focused on something more specific, the DeepSeek newest release and how it performs on the agentic and coding workflows using the GMI clouds to run it. Here is my first takeaway, and that's a very strong one. DeepSeek is good for coding and agentic loops. And that's the headline from everything that I run the last few hours. So I have been testing around that, and I created my first draft of a game with the best test use case. It is a driving game. I'm not sure if you remember the game Driver 1999. So my goal was to recreate this game on the city of San Francisco, and I wanted to test the capabilities because if we could definitely do agentic comparison or code comparison, but for here, I think it's very visual for us to see the game and the shapes and the objects. That's why I built something more visual and interactive, so you could see the output quality. And also, I'm gonna share with you the workflow that I have been using on this one has getting a lot of attention in the developer community lately, which is the agent loop. So pretty much, what it does, screenshot, evaluate, fix, repeat. This loop pattern is exactly the kind of thing developers are experimenting right now for the browsing agent for coding agents. Because instead of a human or me checking every output, the model checks its own and work visually on the adjustments. Now, let me show you a little bit how this looks like in practice. I gave the model the initial game build and ask it to review on its own and take a screenshot with the goal and describe it. It picks the things that, for example, the car model was off, the road texture are not looking great, the camera angle is not realistic or feel static, and rework the relevant pieces of code and took another screenshot and compare it again. That cycle run multiple times before it stops. And what surprised me is how much it requires me to have almost 0 manual iterations throughout the process. I set the goal once. After a few minutes, I check back and check it if there is a better version before that one. And you can see the results on the screenshots. Now, let's talk about costs, because this is where things get exciting. We have 2 models. We have DeepSeek V4 Pro and DeepSeek V4 Flash. The DeepSeek V4 Flash has been overperforming the DeepSeek V4 Pro. Just for reference, the DeepSeek V4 Flash, we're talking about 14 cents input and 28 cents the output, versus the DeepSeek V4 Pro, where I have 67 cents in and $1.35. Can you see how crazy is this? Where this model is out in performance in this one, which is the flagship model. So this is insane. And all my full tests that I did, the total game that you're gonna see here is gonna cost around $5 to produce. I'm gonna show you the gameplay right now. So let's press enter to start. Take a ride. San Francisco, it's gonna load in the map. Interesting. Okay, so I can see here that we have the street is not perfect. Even the shadows here are a bit off. But I can see here we have the textures. We have some cars passing around here. See the textures on the background there. Okay. I have some trees there. It's very interesting. Oh, I can see there's a bridge there from San Francisco. Let's take a look there. Oh, the map looks like it's broken here. I cannot see, but interesting. I can see the background of the sky there. Okay, I can see we have here the damage finally. Okay, let's explore the map. See what we have here. It's supposed to have some cops trying to find me here. Let's see if we can find anything. Oh yeah, interesting one thing here that we can see is the textures on different buildings. I was able to take a look on this. Oh, those cars are crossing around. Oh, we can see there's more buildings. Let's take a look on downtown there. I have the pyramid there. I can see there's some shadows. Wow, the map is quite big map. It's very interesting. Oh, here you go. We can see the bridge from here. Now I am stuck. Yeah, that's a bug. Ah! We're using OpenCode for the coding agent, and it's actively running right now. The cost is $5.22. We cost around 411 tokens. So this is the loop. For example, we had some black screens. That was the first versions. I asked to be more pixelized, but it was like too much pixelized. I think it was not working that well. You can see here, yeah, I took some like black screenshots as well. And that was one of the versions that I saw a few minutes ago, which I think the car was even better before and was more clear, the background, compared to where we have right now. Oh, it's opening here. And the interesting here is do the auto demo pilot. So right now I'm not doing anything, and it's kind of like driving around and kind of, that's the interesting thing about the agentic loops, because it kind of keeps iterating by itself. So right now I didn't ask for this demo autopilot. It is just running. So I'm just let it run and just pops it and start to do its thing and just start to working by itself. So I have here, I prefer this version rather than the other one for the vehicle. Let's see, and that's kind of the version that I have right now. And yeah, we can see the difference of the texture on the bottom and how this evolves. So yeah, so far it runs for a few hours, and looks like it's gonna be a couple more hours. 40% used of the total context window. To be fully transparent with you, this model took a few hours to run it because it is a loop. So it runs over and over and over again. So you need to be patient throughout this process. And for this specific use case, a fully autonomous game build, it is a very interesting direction, but there's still room for growth, specifically for this type of job, because this model performs better on application types, coding assistant, agent workflows, tool calling pipelines. If you're building anything agentic, coding agent, browser agent, automated workflows, this is worth testing yourself. The cost to make all these experiments, it is accessible. Let's say $3-5 for a multi-hour test run. This is what I found this week. If you want to see the full 4-model comparison across generations, click on the link above. And if you try this agent loop pattern yourself, let me know what you build.